As the economy is changing, Black women are getting evicted. Relationships are tanking. Less people are getting married. There's less support economically, stress and anxiety. It's interesting how now you see women turning to different spirituality that essentially makes them feel as if they are in control. When she was talking, she mentioned something about creating different potions that bring, prosperity and goodwill and merit and all these different things. And so they're basically doing these different rituals as a way to try to combat, negative things that they're maybe experiencing in day to day life. And I imagine a lot of women are doing this as a way to cope and as a way to try to manage the stress of everyday life. It seems like a grasp of women basically trying to gain control in areas where they feel out of control, but doing it outside of structure, doing it outside of accountability, doing it outside of really anything that may require them to be self reflective. As the economy is changing, Black women are getting evicted. Relationships are tanking. Less people are getting married. There's less support economically, stress and anxiety. It's interesting how now you see women turning to different spirituality that essentially makes them feel as if they are in control. When she was talking, she mentioned something about creating different potions that bring, prosperity and goodwill and merit and all these different things. And so they're basically doing these different rituals as a way to try to combat, negative things that they're maybe experiencing in day to day life. And I imagine a lot of women are doing this as a way to cope and as a way to try to manage the stress of everyday life. It seems like a grasp of women basically trying to gain control in areas where they feel out of control, but doing it outside of structure, doing it outside of accountability, doing it outside of really anything that may require them to be self-reflective.
Yeah, because most of black women, most Jake women, they don't want to be held accountable. But I want to say shalom. First thing and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor as due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings into the hopeful elect, 144,000. Those in this gospel abroad, lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. This is a lesson through the Spirit. Lord's will, I try not to overly rant in this thing. Just bring out valid points and scriptures to back up the claim that this young woman is really going into. Her name is Chess Chard. She's basically a handler on YouTube, or Sade, however you pronounce it. She has a platform, and she speaks about modern day things. About it says this channel is a counterculture and fully embraces biblical principles, family tradition, gender roles, spirituality, grace, humanity, or humility, and willingness to learn, grow, and evolve. I refuse to go with the status quo if it's destructive. I also have many other areas of interest, which includes marriage and relationships, natural hair, femininity, empowering the black community, combat misinformation, lifestyle, pop culture, blase, blase, which she's basically coming from a scriptural or Christian standpoint. She makes a lot of sense. She brings out valid points. It says being good won't get black women wifed, and she's basically adapting to what Kevin Samuel spoke about. I checked out a couple of minutes of our videos and stuff like that. And I mean,
As the
women are out
economy
of
is
order
changing,
around the whole general consensus. But, she does make some valid points about this La Bruja culture among black women becoming witches at an all-time high. And this is, in fact, true because over the years, just myself being in the truth and embracing certain people and meeting people throughout the years and, coming across people on the highways and the byways, you learn to see things and you learn how to extrapolate through the spirit. And you got to have a very strong discerning of spirit. I like to say, and I'm not tooting my own horn, but I like to think that for the most part, the Most High has given me a good spirit of discernment to kind of read people and to kind of put things together and to be a decent judge of character. I'm not saying that I've always judged people in the right light, but most of the times if I'm having some type of, I say it this way, intuition, as you like to say about people, I'm usually spot on with that. And that's really a gift from Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. All right. But I'm gonna get straight to it, man, because this is really disturbing. Okay. And when you see this culture, mainly among black women, women of color, basically from Caribbean women to, or the Caribbean or the Spanish speaking tribes or the predominantly black Judite woman, you see witchcraft or what they would call spirituality at an all-time high. Now, usually women that's into spirituality, they reveal themselves because we know that so-called black women don't believe in the Bible. They don't believe in a higher power. They don't even profess to believe in who you would call Jesus Christ for the simple fact because, you know, they don't women are not patient. Okay. They need things to happen in their life overnight for them to be solidified and to be comfortable. So oftentimes these women, and like she said, you know, they embrace spirituality, which is a pretty way of saying you're a witch. Okay, I don't care what you try to justify, how good and pretty you make it sound. Oh, well, you know, we believe in nature, we believe in the universe. Look, motherfucker, you are a witch. Okay, because Yahweh Shai didn't command you to believe in no goddamn universe. Okay, he's the one that created the universe. So you go to him for all your concerns. But see, the problem is most of you are rebellious. Okay, most of you are rebellious and most of you are on this empowerment kick. So you're willing to do anything outside of the tradition way of serving the Lord in order to embrace your so-called power or to defy the man. And that's what it really goes back to. Because in Kansas City here, like it's so many of them in this fucking city. It's like it's almost like mind-boggling. Like literally, I have to put up curses on this city daily because of the wickedness that goes on here. You know, like they claim to be, oh well, you know, we black business owners, we're entrepreneurs. How the hell you gonna be an entrepreneur doing hair and nails out of your mother's basement? If you call that real entrepreneurship, then you're completely lost. Okay, because you become an Anastasian, you know, you damn that's man, you deal you fucking got an eyelash business or a hair weave business, got a smoothie business, you know what I'm saying? You may flip a few houses here and there, and then all of a sudden, you know, you believe in the ancestors that gave you guidance. For one thing, let me set the record straight. Your ancestors are dead and gone, okay? They're in the spirit world. They're not communicating with you. They're not giving you any type of guidance. They're not dealing with you. They're in the spiritual world. It rests with Yahweh Shai. Any spirit that you're or that you're consulting with, or any medium, or anything that you're channeling that may be of ancestral purposes, going back to African spiritualism, you are dealing with a demon and a familiar spirit. I don't give a damn how fucking pretty you want it to sound. Okay, because like this young lady said, she said most of you are doing this because times are bad. You fall on hard times, so therefore you need to manifest something so it can become a favor in your life. But have you ever manifested yourself out of slavery? Have you ever manifested yourself from under the dominionship of the so-called white man or the biblical Edomites? Have you ever manifested yourself or manifest seeing America being destroyed? Because if you are not in agreements with any of these things and you don't see that being the outcome of this kingdom, then your power or your left hand means or your spirituality has failed you dramatically. Because one thing you people will never admit to, and you women, you will never admit to America gonna be, you never admit to America basically is gonna be burning. Okay, it's gonna be totally destroyed by nuclear missiles. So why didn't your spirit mediums or your spirit guidance didn't tell you that? And it's disturbing. I mean, I'm seeing bitches as young as 19 years old embrace this shit of being misled. A group of older women that's disgruntled, that's butthurt. You know, she may have been married for 20, 30 years and a man decides to leave her for another woman and she gets all butthurt because she was out of order. She wasn't taking the house seriously. She was out clubbing, telling the man what the fuck she's not gonna do. And to the point, Jake got up and got tired of our shit and left her probably for a white woman or Hispanic woman. And now she's on a rampage on trying to sink this man for life. And she's recruiting a lot of young women, putting this falsified narrative that they can be whatever the fuck they want to do and they can manifest a rabbit out of a hat if they just pray to their ancestors. And then they start believing this shit, and before you know it, they're involved in some left-hand seances, man. Casting spells and not even knowing the type of energy you're projecting to yourself. Because don't get it twisted, the left hand is very real. But see, you black women, You have no clue as the type of Pandora's box you didn't open up, all because you want to be rebellious against Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Okay, you rather
Black women are getting evicted.
come on.
Relationships are tanking. Less
You would rather seek Satan and his guidance before you submit to the Lord and a man. If you submitted to who you call Christ, which his name is Yahweh Shai in Hebrew, his real name, okay, Christ is not his name, but if you submit to the one who you call Yahweh Shai and actually was patient with yourself, the Lord will send you a man of the Lord that you can live under and that can guide you and show you the things that you need to show and be taken care of. But nah, you feel like, oh, well, I need to manifest this, so therefore I need to be an entrepreneur. I need to be a black queen. When that's all going to get you put to death at the end of the day. Okay, so
people are getting married.
I got some precepts I want to give, but these are some screenshots, man. And this is very disturbing, man, okay? And it's always the fucking black woman. Now, other women are involved in this too, but it seems like the nigga woman embraces the left hand completely. And that makes sense is because she has a deal with Satan. You know what I'm saying? Like if you tell a woman, look, believe in a God of the Bible or believing that you're a Hebrew Israelite, she's going to shun it. She's going to say, oh, well, you simple. You don't know what you're talking about. The Bible was written by man. But yet the cards that she's indeed playing with are created by men. You know what I'm saying? Your whole little brouhaha shit that you got going on, you know, the book of Wiccan and all this other stuff, manifest destiny. That's all come from the thought of men, man. But yet you shun the Bible. But does your occultic practice teach you that America's going to be destroyed? Do they teach you to not take the MOTB? Do they teach you that economic collapse is coming? And do they teach you that you're not going to be anything counted value here in the near future? Do they teach you that in your so-called religions? Does your book of black magic do it foretells the downfall and coming up and rising up of kingdoms? Do it predict that a group of people was going to be taken from one place of the world and being and put in slavery, subjugated against their will, called something outside of their own biblical names? Does your religion teach you that? Because if your faith does not teach you that, then sad to say, you're believing in the wrong shit and you will be destroyed. Okay? I mean, I'm seeing women as young as 19 years old talking about I'm spiritual. You know what I'm saying? Like I went to this herb shop. I think it was probably it may have been Saturday. Yeah, I went to this herb shop, man, and I noticed this shop I go to, they deal with like teas and they got CBD, stuff like that, you know, natural, holistic shit, you know. So I was in there because I go there from time to time to give me some tea, you know what I'm saying, some chamomile tea or like some turmeric and stuff like that for my body. And you could tell the people in there, they embrace spirituality, which is another way of saying witch. Oh, I'm a good witch. No, bitch. A witch is that's left hand. The fact that you have to do shit in secret proves that you're not right. Okay, you gotta hide with that shit because you know that it's not a well-known practice. It's not accepted. You know what I'm saying? Well, it used to then be. But did the men of the Lord, did we worship in secret? Hell no. We go out to the streets. Now, there was a time that persecution was on the church heavy, that we had to kind of duck off and do what we did, but we were still out there making a public example of the Lord's word. We wasn't hiding in some goddamn cave. Okay, now peep this, right? And I'm going to get the precepts. It says, I would like to receive some new tarot cards. You see this? Up into witchcraft. Tarot, what the fuck tarot cards going to tell you? You know what I'm saying? It says, I actually have a deck you can have. Maybe it will be a better use to you. It's called Ancestral Deck. See how stupid you are? You know what I'm saying? They're completely defying how about Shimi how was shot, all because they don't want to subjugate themselves to a man. These be the same women that claim they all about their ancestors, but they still can't find a man. They still out in the clubs hoeing. They're pregnant. They're not with their child's fathers. Okay, they may have a smoothie business, which found out that 97% of black women businesses fail. So out of every 100 businesses, 97% of you have a failure rate. So obviously your ancestors wasn't manifesting too much now, was they? But this is the bullshit that you got to see. And it's very disturbing, man, because this is all around you. This is the average woman you meet at Walmart. The one this is your supervisor, man. This is your co-workers. This is your mother. This is the woman you've been fucking 20 years. I suspect the woman I was dealing with was involved in this shit, man. It makes a whole lot of sense. Can I prove it? No, I can't prove it. But the spirit let me know what I need to know and steer clear the fuck away from that. You know what I'm saying? Because these women, they would try to sink Jake, which there's no enchantment against us. They can put up all the rituals and prayers and spells against us all they want. You know what I'm saying? And they can't ultimately, it can't kill you, man, if you're a man of the Lord. You know, now the Lord would allow certain afflictions to hit you. Like he allowed Satan to afflict Job, but that was for his purpose only. You know what I'm saying? But like I was talking to my mother about, just this type of stuff, because my grandmother, she come from down south, so they know a lot about this stuff. But she was telling me like how when people are engaging in these dark practices, it usually comes back and hit them. And it does, because Satan requires a sacrifice. If he gives you some type of divinity, Satan is gonna come and collect on that. And if you are doing it out of ignorance, then you're gonna get judged regardless. Okay, but it says what she said. She said, yes, that was the purpose of my status. I will happily receive that there deck you got me, sister. I got you, boo. I also has tons of baby items, blah, blah, blah. But the fact about it is, she's blatantly promoting witchcraft. Like tarot cards. Seriously, like you just gonna look at some cards and try to divine your way into the future all because you're struggling? You know what I'm saying? All because a man don't want you. And it's all come because the black woman refuses to get in order. This is all based out of rebellion, is because she feel like, well, at the end of the day, I don't need no man. I don't want no man. Can't no man tell me shit. She's willing to do all this and put herself in the path of death just so she won't submit to Yahweh Shai and her man. And these be the same women that's single. They ain't got nothing to offer. You go to their crib. It smells good, but they're a piss poor example. You see? What is this? It says, I would like to receive some new tarot cards. And this is the comments. And these are just random comments, man. I don't know these people. But it says, this is comments here. It says, black women, there's a reason why your defiance to God and men gives you a curse. Totally self-inflicted. One day you will figure it out. Okay, and it says black women turn to other spirits because gods reject your hatred of your own men. Hey, that's absolutely true too. Because the scriptures say, she that is my enemy shall see it. They do this because they really hate Yahweh Shai. And they do this because they feel like, well, if I have some empowerment from the universe, I don't have to submit to a man. It's all about that black femininity shit. Okay, like don't be surprised how these women get their businesses and stuff like that. They set up their LLCs and stuff, which is obtainable by anybody. But most of them, they'll join a sisterhood, you know what I'm saying? And then that sisterhood got connections to a so-called white man or a higher level witch or higher level warlock. And they all are doing orgies and they're partaking in sacrifices and their prayer circles and putting pictures in and praying over shit, full moons. They doing all types of wickedness, man, in the dark. And before you know it, bitch got her own business, you know what I'm saying, from sucking and fucking Esau, you know what I'm saying, and selling her soul, you know what I'm saying, just to have, 10 seconds of fame in America, which is getting ready to collapse. Because when the dollar collapses, I want to see your ancestors come through for you then. Read the tarot cards on that shit. All right? But it says they'll do everything but the right thing. Like I said, they would do anything but submit to the will of the Heavenly Father. It says they rather burn sage instead of following a man who follows God. That's absolutely true. Oh, I'm burning this sage, girl. I'm going to manifest myself a new car. Like, that's slow level shit. Once you manifest your black ass out of slavery and becoming a sovereign Israelite, how about you do that? If your power is so goddamn, it's so divine. Like, I knew one bitch, man. She was talking that same bullshit. And yet, this motherfucker took 3 jump shots. Ain't even got a vehicle, but yet you just this divine feminine being, but yet you got 3 jump shots. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got a fucking working vehicle. You can't even get your tags updated, but yet you talking about you believe in the ancestors? I guess your ancestors are failing you dramatically then. Fucking idiots, man. That's why you niggas gotta die, all right? Straight up. It says spirits only put you on a path to concrete solution. You still have to do the work. Money doesn't fall from the sky. And it's all out of vanity. It's all about getting ahead and declaring themselves a boss bitch. Ancestors ain't dealing with your ass, man. All right. It says these people want to manifest planning and it says these people want to manifest because planning and execution are difficult. It says being seen this with all women who follow on social media. That's absolutely right, bro. It's literally sad, bro. And it's basically like a witch coven. Like they have a group of women that get together. They may be so-called black entrepreneurs, whether they're in real estate, whether they have this business, that business, and they all are dealing with these women in these groups, and they're praying and they tarot card reading, they talking to psychics, they doing all types of wickedness, man. You see what I'm saying? And when I woke up in the morning, it was heavy on my spirit. That's how I know it's some left-hand shit going on here. But Salakia, man, let me go ahead and get these precepts. I did speak a little too much without bringing it out, but you get the point. All right, so this is the book of Exodus 22 and 18. It says, thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. Okay, so at the end of the day, there's no good witch. Okay, if you a witch, then Yahweh Shai is going to kill you. Okay, the Lord does not deal with witches. Witchcraft is wickedness. A sorcerer, that's wicked. Anything of any black magic that you're conjuring up and you're not giving credence to the creator of the heavens and the earth, then you are sacrificing to a left-hand spirit. Okay, you supposed to give Yahweh Shai his credit. But see, to them, oh, well, he don't move fast enough. My relationship is broken. If God loved me, why he let me do this? Well, have you ever asked yourself, because you're a wicked-ass woman? You are evil, okay? And you totally defiled your race. You defiled your heritage. You defiled your body. But like that sister said, she said it's all because it's about when you embrace witchcraft, you don't have to be accountable for shit. And that's one thing that the fucking black woman, she evades the big accountability word, like Floyd Mayweather ducking punches. You know how Floyd was so quick with the defense, like you couldn't hit Floyd. That's how Keisha evades accountability, man. And she's willing to do anything and everything to not look at herself in the mirror. Because of the so-called, just say all the women of the tribes, if they actually get a hard look at themselves in the mirror and stop lying to themselves and humble down, they will be in better case. But they don't want to deal with that humility because they've gassed themselves up so high to the point they lied to themselves and made themselves believe that they were something more than what they really are. So accountability to women is like, nah, because if she's taking accountability, then 1 minute she's trying to deflect and project that shit on you like it's your fault. But like, wait a minute, I thought you just took accountability, and that's how they operate. So you go into the word witch. It says to practice witchcraft or sorcery, use of witchcraft, sorcerer or sorceress, a witch. It says a primitive root properly to whisper a spell, enchant, or practice magic, sorcerer. Okay, that's all you are when you are reading tarot cards. You're talking to psychics. You are manifest destiny, all the other shit. Like you manifesting yourself a new job. That's nothing powerful about that. If you so divine, why would you manifest yourself being in slavery? You know what I'm saying? I manifest good vibes in my life. Like, motherfucker, life is full of ups and downs. Like, nobody's life is going to be perfect. If anything, in order to live, you got to have a fucked up life, man. And most people's lives are totally fucked up. Okay, the Lord told us that we was going to have a fucked up life in our condition. But you want to sidestep the curses and put on another curse into yourself. And then you trying to curse the man that you with. You know what I'm saying? Oh, well, if he leave me for another woman, don't let his dick get hard. Or if he leave me or he deal with another woman, let an illness come upon him. Like, that shit don't work, man. And if you are pushing that type of vibration, it will come back to you. And that's one thing about the religion of Wiccan. They do believe, the ones that try to justify that fucking bullshit, they do believe that if you are casting seances in a nefarious or evil purpose, that shit will come back and hunt you tenfold, man. That's in their book. You know what I'm saying? And I will know this because I'm a Levite, man, okay? Look, Jake study, you know what I'm saying? I've been around shit. I got family members, and I do a lot of research on this. It's in my blood, my nature to understand how both sides of this shit works, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you study stuff and you look into it, it kind of makes a lot of sense. All right, but it says, thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. So that tells you right there that witch is supposed to be destroyed. You're supposed to be burnt. In our culture, we burn witches. Okay, because that's a dark and that's an evil act, and it's not righteous, and it's rebellions to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Okay, look at this, Deuteronomy 18:9. It says spiritism forbidden. But see, when you bring out these precepts to these little simple-minded women, they say, oh man, that's the Bible. That's written by a white man. But wait a minute, the white man told you your witchcraft. Like, who do you think you learn it? Yeah, you got your so-called Caribbean roots and your ancestors, but who the hell you think they get this shit from too? You think Esau ain't pushing this? Esau is a bigger witch than you ever can be. Okay, his whole kingdom is founded on witchcraft. The money that in fact you're manifesting is a talisman, man. It's sorcery. The jobs you work, the policies they write, the news, the food you eat is all surrounded in witchcraft, man. Everything they put a left hand vibration on everything. From the clothes you wear, from the bed you sleep in, from the apartment you live in, is all built up through left hand means. Okay, this is a satanic kingdom. Everything you deal with has been tampered by the left hand side. Just look at HR policies, man. If that ain't sorcery, I don't know what it is. Go to a courtroom. You know what I'm saying? Oh, y'all simple man. Y'all don't know y'all ancestors. Bitch, the ancestors are not dealing with you. We're in the scriptures that say we're supposed to pray to our ancestors. How can somebody that's dead help you? Didn't the scripture say when the dead go to when they die, they're at rest? So when the dead goes and they die, your body goes back to the earth. Your body rots in the earth. Your spirit goes back to your Hawabashim and Hawashai. You're in the heavens. You ain't talking to no goddamn body. Okay, anything you see outside of that is nothing but a familiar spirit. And trust me, familiar spirits do exist, and they do send left-hand messages to people to act out in fucked up ways. But that's the Most High putting a demon on your ass because he rejected you. So all your ancestors that you're dealing with, it's a demonic spirit. I don't give a damn how peacefully they whisper in your ear. Oh, well, baby, you're going to be a millionaire by the time you're 56 with 10 kids and eight husbands. And your dumb ass sitting there believing that shit and drive yourself into oblivion. You know? But it says, when thou art coming to the land which Yahweh thy power giveth thee, thou shalt not learn to do after the abominations of those nations, right? Because the Hamites, like when Jake get that whole African spiritualism shit, that comes from the Hamites, man. All the shit we was practicing in Haiti, you know, the Creole seances and the Santa Maria and the voodoo and the hoodoo, all of it goes back into this whole Hamitic worship bullshit, man. Like when Jake was on the West Coast doing those spiritual dances, man, we didn't learn that shit being Israelites, man. We learned that from being among the heathen. So when people say, oh, well, you know, our African ancestry roots, you know, we do the dances and we dance around, that's heathenistic, man. They learned that from Ham. Okay, the Most High forbidden it. So that was not part of our culture. Now, yes, we had times that we did, you know, we had our fun, we had our feast days, our high holy days, the Passover. It's ritualistic, but ritualistic is shrouded in spirituality on the right-hand side, worshiping the Heavenly Father. Like your morning ritual, you get up and you brush your teeth. You get up and you pray in the morning. Like I get up, I say my prayers. It may take 30 minutes. Sometimes it may take 10 minutes. That's considered a ritual, but it's sacrificing it to the creator of the heavens and the universe. Okay, Yahweh Bashim Hawashai. That's who my ritual deeds go through. So if you want to go that route and say, well, y'all casting spells too. Well, yeah, in the right hand sense, because we're the prophets. And this is our God we're sacrificing that made the heavens and earth. Who are you casting to? You're creating something that you're worshiping something that the creator created. When the fuck did the Most High tell you to worship the moon and the sun and the stars and yourself? That's idolatry at the end of the day. And we gonna get that. But it says, there shall not be found among you anyone that maketh his son or his daughter to pass through the fire, or use it divination, or an observer of times, or an enchanter, or a witch. Now, when you're dealing with tarot cards, right? I would like to receive some new tarot cards, right? When you dealing with shit like this, that's basically that's in a way of trying to observe in the times, because what you're doing, you're trying to predict the future. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to predict the future, and then before you know it, something happens. And then if something happened good to you, then you say, see, I know my ancestors was with me. Not knowing that time and chance happen to every man. You know how many times I've prayed to Yahweh Shem Shai and good things happen, and then bad things happen? I've prayed to the Most High for more strength, and the Most High played me with a stomach virus, man, with something going on in my stomach. I prayed for strength, and the Lord gave me exactly what the fuck I prayed for. He said, "Oh, you want to be strong, huh? All right." You know, like my man in training day, he said, yeah, you like, I ain't gonna say it, but you know, when he was fucking up dude in the alley. You know what I'm saying? But he was like, what he say, man, whatever. Y'all brothers see training day. But, you know, the Lord's like, yeah, you pray for strength. All right, I got you. All right, you know, all right. Yeah, I prayed for strength, all right, and he put my ass in a world of hurt to the point I thought I was gonna give up the spirit, man. But it's made me stronger. It's made me more resilient. So prayer is very it comes in strange ways, man. You know, with you motherfuckers, you praying, oh, I want to be a millionaire. I want to manifest my husband. How about you get your ass in order? How about you get on your knees and pray to the Heavenly Father, come back to your true heritage as being the Israelites of the Bible and cut off all the modern day woman bullshit and humble the fuck down, and maybe the Most High will send you actually a man of the Lord who you can follow and submit to. Talking about manifest your husband, man. Get the fuck out of here. If anybody manifests anything that's outside of the scriptures, then it ain't from the Most High. Most High sent a demon to your ass, because ain't no man in the world that the Lord will send you that's gonna submit to you. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna submit. Well, I manifest my husband on some polyamorous type shit. Got him under a spell. You know, you putting blood in the niggas' oodles and noodles and all that shit, man. Hey, brothers, man. Hey, don't be letting these women cook for y'all either, man. Look, the woman I was dealing with for years, I watch her cook to this, well, until the modern day. I would sit in the kitchen, I would watch her because I don't trust that motherfucker as far as I can throw. I don't trust no goddamn woman on the planet. I don't even trust my own mother. You know what I'm saying? I don't trust no woman. I don't trust my daughter. I don't trust anybody. And that's how you have to be. I would sit there and I would watch her. I said, nah, you can't put that in there. I would watch her cook my food, because I know how grimy women can be. You know what I'm saying? And it's just being wise and circumspect. But it says, there shall not be found among you anyone that maketh his son or his daughter to pass through the fire, or that useth divination, or an observer of times, or an enchanter, or a witch. Okay, this is biblical reference, but most of them proclaim and believe in God. But when you bring these scriptures out, they shun this. Oh, that's written by man. You don't know what you're talking about, bitch. It just says right here, this is plain as day. It's not hard to understand. Ain't no man just write this up and put this in the Bible because he just hated witches that goddamn much. Like, honestly speaking, witches was like because Saul banished them, so they was like an afterthought. When nobody really stunned them like that, you wasn't too much of a threat that we had to really worry about you in hindsight. Now, if you was around, you got dealt with, but ain't nobody go out their way to go find a witch and kill her if it wasn't known. When nobody even think you, like, they stayed in their own shit. They sacrificed until the Spirit of the Lord moved on them and fucked them up. But y'all wasn't that much of a threat to the point that a man, oh, well, let me write this in the Bible because I hate La Brujas. Nah, y'all ain't that fucking important. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's bigger fish than fry. There's some bitch that's trying to manifest the universe to give her a career. That's low level shit. You know what I'm saying? And most of you gonna have that same energy when this collapse come, and when the men, in fact, that you're trying to set up, when that come back full circle to fuck your ass up, you ain't gonna have nobody to come in and manifest your ass out of trouble either. So like I say, y'all keep that same energy, man. It says, or a charmer or a consultant with a familiar spirit, or wizard or necromancer. Necromancer deals with the dead. So a lot of them, they talking to spirit mediums, occultic practices, man, you know, dealing with the dead, graveyard dance and all that shit. It all goes back to this. You know, for all these that do these things are an abomination unto the Lord. And because of these abominations, the Lord, like Yahweh, thy power doth drive them out before thee. It says, thou should be perfect with Yahweh, thy power. So he's telling you right here, all the shit that you trying to conjure up, you got to seek the Lord, man. Okay, you want a husband, you want things to go somewhat right in your life. For one thing, you have to acknowledge that you're under the curses. Okay, out of all the shit y'all manifesting, you still be on bottom. You still miserable. You still a broke bitch. Yeah, you may have the appearance and you may got some body butter or some shea glow. You may change your diet up to a more holistic type diet. But that's just what you're supposed to do anyway. You know what I'm saying? That ain't because the ancestors told you. No, man. You're missing the big point. All right? A couple more precepts here and I'm going to end it. Slack you. And I typed in witchcraft. 1 Samuel 15:23. It says, for rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft. Okay? Which we just read in Deuteronomy, Exodus 22:18. Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. It says, and stubbornness is as the iniquity and idolatry, because it's all idolatry. It's all about self-worship at the end of the day and taking away credit from the one and only creator. It says, because thou hast rejected the word of Yahweh, he has also rejected thee from being king. And remember Saul, when he defied the Most High, when the Lord gave him a strict commandment to destroy the males and eat them. And And what the fuck did he do? He didn't do it. So he lost the kingdom to David. That's why it says you rejected the word of the Lord. He have also rejected thee from being king. So how much more you women? You've already rebellious. You already decided after Satan. You already decided to do things your own way because you feel like, well, waiting on a God that's gonna put the man in charge is not something I'm willing to do. Well, off the rip, you lost. It's already a lose-lose situation for you because you refuse to believe in a power, a masculine energy that's gonna manifest the right shit in your life so you can be obedient to him. You ain't gonna do that. That's too much. Okay, like it says, 2 Kings 9:22, and it came to pass when Jerome saw Jehu that he said, is it peace, Jehu? And he answered, what peace? So long as the whoredoms of thy mother Jezebel and our witchcrafts are so many. Well, basically Jezebel's, man. Jezebel had a high, she had a hard on for the prophets, man. Okay, and she had a thing against, I think it was Elijah, if I'm not mistaken. But basically, man, she hated the men of the Lord. And she was on the same kick. All this spirituality shit that you see is all from that Jezebel shit, man. You know, you see a group of women on Facebook or whatever, they all take pictures with their business partners. Oh, you better believe they into some left-hand shit. You know what I'm saying? Because you better believe one of them in that group, they hate men. You know what I'm saying? A relationship didn't work out. They lost faith in who they call Christ, which they weren't believing in the true God any goddamn. When you're a Christian, you're a witch. You know what I'm saying? If you understand that, if you embrace Christianity, that's witchcraft, man. That ain't biblical. But anyway, somebody lost their faith and then they got mad, and before you know it, you know, you got a whole little witch coven going on. And now all the women, they're being promised, oh, well, you know, girl, you can manifest this if you just believe and you wear these beads and, you know, you put on this necklace and these jewels and all this stuff, girl, you will harness the power of the universe and you will be a divine being. You know what I'm saying? Sending these fucking women off, not even knowing where that shit goes back to. And then when they get fucking clipped by a goddamn semi-truck on I-35 going north, and you find a goddamn head ejected from the fucking roof of a car, then you gonna know, oh, well, I guess the ancestors really wasn't dealing with me. Yeah, because all that wicked energy you saw, trying to set men up, you trying to pray over men's pictures, all because, oh, he slept with another woman. So this, let me put this guy's, let me get his facial hair, and let me put him in the middle of our prayer group, and let's ask the ancestors to do harm to him. Man, bitch, you out your fucking mind, man. That's why a lot of you young women end up dead with your goddamn heads cut off somewhere. Because you playing with shit you don't understand. You know what I'm saying? The Most High ain't gonna take kind for you trying to curse his men. Even if that man is a wicked piece of shit, you women have no right to try to put a wicked omen over any man. Period. Even if he's not in the truth, man. And you simple ass Jakes, you better wake the fuck up too, man. And pay attention to what the hell is going on out here. Because this is a dark, evil world. That's why you brothers, man, you got to stay anointed, man. Stay prayed up, man. When you stay prayed up and you stay anointed, this shit gonna deflect off you, bro. Like, I woke up feeling weak because, you know, I felt a little weak in the body, you know. Man, I said my prayers, man. I anointed myself, bro. The Lord instantly restored me, bro. Now I'm finna go out and do my day, working, you know, doing what I got to do. You know, get the motors running. We in a Shabbat though, so you know you got to take it easy, but still got to take care of my daily activities and stuff like that, man. The Most High restored me, man. You know, because you know, I mean, a spirit tried to fuck with me last night in my sleep, but it was, you know, it rebuked and it fled away. You know, so I woke up just irritated, man, not feeling good. If I was irritated, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna pray, man, and I'm gonna let the Lord handle this. And then, bam, the Lord restored me. ASAP, bro. So we ain't worried about this shit. You know. 2 Chronicles 33:6, it says, and he caused his children to pass through the fire in the valley of the son of Hinnom. And these are wicked ass Israelites. And it says, also he observed times and used enchantments and used witchcraft and dealt with the familiar spirit and with wizards. He wrought much evil in the sight of the Lord to provoke him to anger. The Lord just said that's evilness, man. You know? Micah 5:12, it says, I will cut off witchcrafts out of thy hand, and thou shalt have no more soothsayers. So when America totally gets destroyed, all that shit is going to be left here. All the magic, all the dark arts, that stuff is going to be left right here in the barn, man. Because it has no, the only end for this type of behavior is destruction and nuclear fire. And it's going to be bad, man. Like I said, I want to see how we women fare once this economic collapse comes and when it's a dog-eat-dog world, because I'm going to tell you straightforward like this. It is going to be a fucking war zone in America, bro. To the point I'm still wondering how the hell we going to get through it. But I know because the Spirit of the Lord is going to intervene. But it's terrifying, man. And all the energy that you people in sow, all the wickedness, you're going to reap all that shit, man. So all you divine black women out there, I want to see how divine you are when that dollar collapse. And when you can't go to the WIC office no more. Because this same chick who comment on reading, what's so weird about it is the fact she's pregnant. You know what I'm saying? She's pregnant, but yet I don't see her mentioning anything about our child's father. So clearly he's not in the picture. But you supposed to be this divine feminine being. What's so divine about your husband leaving you when you pregnant when y'all supposed to be a family? Is that what your spirituality, is that what your spirituality teaches you? Because real witches are actually very modest if you understand the history of that. See, Jake come in and pervert every goddamn thing. A real witch would never really tell you her true intentions, man. And she's very modest, and she's the master of deception. You women are very deceptive, but you put your shit right out in the open, everybody sees it. It's like, damn, are you bitches just, do you have any mystery about you? Like, I know if I was in some left-hand shit, wouldn't nobody know nothing about it. You got Ghost and you got James St. Patrick. Which one do you want to know? Clearly, James St. Patrick didn't reveal Ghost until he needed to. And the people that knew he was Ghost, or the people that knew he was James St. Patrick, didn't know he was Ghost. He had an alter ego, man. It's like Superman and Clark Kent. You know, even in his truth, you know, we don't reveal who we are to people. People just find out, you know. But a real witch would be modest. Even if a real witch was in a relationship with her husband may be like a high-level sorcerer. Because usually witches, they deal with a high-level sorcerer. You know what I'm saying? She's submissive to that man. She does everything he needs her to do. She ain't with that, oh, I don't need no man. I ain't talking, because they understand the power and the nature of a man. They know that a man is created in the Most High's image, man. Okay? Galatians 5:20, it says, idolatry. Matter of fact, let's start here. Galatians 5:20. It says, 18. Matter of fact, start at 17. It says, for the flesh lusted against the spirit. Because it's all fleshly at the end of the day. It's all about worldly shit. It's about status. It's about indulging in your flesh, okay? It's all about idolatry. It's about self-worship. This is the reason why TikTok, Instagram, everybody wants to be this celebrity online. Idolatry, American Idol. I mean, this society, it promotes that. It says, for the flesh lusted against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh. And these are contrary to one another, so that ye cannot do the things that ye would. But if ye be led of the spirit, and not under the law, okay, but it says, but ye be led of the spirit, ye are not under the law. But now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these: adultery, fornication, uncleanness, lasciviousness, idolatry, witchcraft, fleshly. But you claim to be spiritual though, right? But yet it says these are the deeds of the flesh. So when you read this, which a lot of you profess to be Christian, oh, I believe in God, I believe in the Bible. But when you read this, oh, a man wrote that. Well, a man created your fucking tarot cards too. A man created your Ouija board too. You know what I'm saying? So which one holds fact and truth? Yeah, men wrote the Bible because they were divinely inspired. The Most High didn't write it himself. He put it on the spirit of men to write. Now, if you so-called spiritual and you believe in divinity, then you should believe that on the right-hand side, the Most High can manifest things in the spirit of men to do things. How the hell you think Elijah was able to call fire down from heaven? Or was that fucking a fairy tale too? But yeah, you bitches claim you can turn the sun brown if you wanted to. But yeah, you can't believe a miracle, a simple miracle that a man calling down fire from heaven. Now that's a fairy tale because it's in a book that you can't adhere to, that you can't relate to, because it puts you in a back seat in your position. That's why you can't relate to it, right? It's the hypocrisy, straight up hypocrisy. But it says, now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these: adultery, fornication, uncleanness, lasciviousness, idolatry, witchcraft, hatred, variance, emulations, wrath, strifes, seditions, heresies, envyings, murders, drunkenness, reveling, Salakia, and such like, of the which I tell you before, as I have also told you in the times past, that they which do such things shall not inherit the kingdom of Yahweh Ba'ashim and Hawashah. So, hey, yeah, get your little 5 minutes of manifestation. Yeah, go ahead and get your little smoothie business, and, you know what I'm saying, get you a little massage parlor business, which, I mean, technically you can do that shit without manifesting it. Only thing you got to do is apply yourself and focus. It's very obtainable. You act like that your ancestors are giving you the ability to reach unattainable goals. This is shit people are doing that don't even believe in a higher power. So come on, man. Like, what the fuck? Oof, man, you people are funny. One more precept and I'm going to end it. Slacky, this was a little longer than I intended. I get to speaking a lot, you know, but it is what it is. This is the book of Psalms 94, and I'm going to start at verses. Matter of fact, let's start at verses 1. It says, "Oh, sing unto Yahweh a new song. Sing unto Yahweh all the earth." It says, sing unto the Most High, not your ancestors. Okay, the Most High ain't dealing with your ancestors are dead. They're in the grave and they're in the spirit world. Okay, they are at rest. Okay, they're praising and asking the Most High when He's going to destroy this goddamn place. The spirit you should be in, wanting to get up out of your captivity. You want to manifest divinity under your oppressor's captivity. Like, what kind of sense does that make? And what proves that you're not on no level is because of the simple fact you really believe that you're not oppressed. Well, you got to believe you're oppressed because you wouldn't be trying to get out of your condition. But overall, it's like, okay, y'all want to manifest things better for you for the now, but y'all not looking at the long-term goal. The long-term goal is this man going down. Why can't y'all see this to say, look, we need to get these group of people from over us, man? And that's the Lord's job, but y'all don't want to give him that credit. But you got to see that there's something wrong with the people that you're in bondage to. They're the problem. But instead, you want to coexist with them and have a business and be cool. Like everybody wants to vote for Trump now. All because a nigga want to have inflation. They think that Trump is going to get inflation. Look, $1.99 gas prices are gone forever. Okay? Fucking $1.75 gallons of milk is gone. 89-cent loaves of bread, that shit gone. Okay? 69-cent eggs at Hy-Vee or Price Chopper, that shit is gone, man. Straight up. And Trump ain't gonna bring that shit back. You niggas just want Trump to come back just so you can come back, so you can continue to go to the club. You know what I'm saying? So you can have 50% off on the newest Ciroc. So you can get your fucking Jordans. So you can put your rims on your cars. All that dumb shit, man. You know, which I like Jordans. I like rims on cars. I love cars. But I'm serving the Lord. You niggas not. So fuck y'all, man. You know, but still, the point being, they want a nigga to come in office to bring them back to 2019 when 2019 was fucked up. 2019 wasn't a good year. We was already in an economic collapse. The scandemic did just that. It manifested everything that was happening, and they hid it under that. That thing was employed to pretty much hide the true intentions of what was happening here in the first place. They just blamed it on this bullshit that they concocted, man. And you niggas fell for it like you always do. All right? But it says, sing unto Yahweh, bless his name, show forth his salvation from day to day, but declare his glory among the heathen, his wonders among all people. It says his glory, okay, not the damn universe. Okay, the universe ain't dealing with your ass, man. It's the Most High. He has spirits set up that's over everything. Okay, the angels go and they take the messages back, and the Most High manifests things through his angels, and then it plays out on the earth. No damn universe. You ain't praying to the moon. The moon ain't just drop a fucking $1,000 under your pillow like it's some goddamn tooth fairy. Well, I pray to ancestors to help me pay my rent this month. Are you fucking stupid, bitch? Go out there and get a job. And a lot of you are selling pussy too. Did the ancestors manifest you to use your body to get what you want? I don't think so. Talking all this shit. Here you are making probably $100 a week off selling smoothies and calling yourselves an entrepreneur because you got a secret OnlyFans, but you can't land a damn man. And wonder why nobody take your ass serious, man. I don't take women serious when they speak on that fucking spirituality shit, man. Like, yeah, matter of fact, going back to the story, Slakia, brother. So I'm buying my tea, and then this one lady, I perceive her to be a witch. So she saw the necklace I had on, and she tried to touch me, and I backed up.
I'm like, bitch, like, what give you the audacity to think you would just put your hands on me? This is the second time that shit happened, like within a week period. One chick, she just kind of grabbed my necklace and I kind of looked at her like, did you just touch me? Like, don't fucking touch me. And then the one lady, she was going, she said, oh my God, is that pyrite? She tried to grab it and I moved back, like, don't touch me. Like, I'm very protective over my space. Don't fucking put your hands on me, man. I don't give a damn how good this necklace look on. Don't fucking touch it. You know what I'm saying? And they notice shit like that. Like when I was buying some shoes 2 weeks ago, it's a little dark-skinned chick, no more than 19 years old, man. 19 years old, work at the Foot Locker and shit. And then she asked me, you know what I'm saying? And she asked me, she said, what does your necklace mean? And I said, let me guess, you're spiritual, right? And then she looked at me, she said, yeah. I said, how old are you? She said, I'm like 19, 20 or something like that. And I just looked at it and I was like, oh, wow. And I was like, well, for your information, this is pyrite. It does this. You know, honestly speaking, like, Jake don't really be believing all that, like the stones and shit. Like, Jake wear that shit because it look good. Honestly speaking, like, yeah, they have properties to it. But honestly speaking, I feel the same when I wear that shit and I don't wear it. I really wear it because it looks good. Now, I know it is powers in the stones and stuff like that. But honestly speaking, that shit don't make me feel no different than when I don't have it on. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like it protect my energy. What protects my energy is your How shot. Not no fucking necklace, man. And brother, stop being so goddamn naive when it comes to them goddamn necklaces, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they do have properties to them, but that ain't higher. That shit don't radiate higher than your How shot, man. You know, brothers be all beat up and that, and this shit looks good. It's dope as fuck. Like, I love it. I wear it. I fuck with it, but overall, it looks good. It don't make me feel like I'm just this being. I know I'm me because I worship the Most High. It ain't because of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, would I tell brothers to stop wearing it? No, because we understand that crystals and, you know, like the stones and stuff, we understand that the priesthood, we dealt with that stuff. We did deal with it. Of course we do. But that's not ultimately the main culprit. You know, and a lot of times when women, they look at your jewelry, they can kind of figure it out. Like, oh, yeah, you know, they can feel a vibration from it. And she was like, oh, so what does it mean? And I was like, well, I'm wearing it because it makes me look good. And she thought I was being an arrogant asshole. But I was like, honestly, dead serious. You know, to shut her fucking mouth. Like, cause like, bitch, don't come talking that shit to me, man. Like, you know what the fuck this is about. Like, you 19 years old, nigga, you should be somewhere trying to be somebody's wife instead of trying to manifest some shit you don't have no fucking clue about. And that's what pisses me off about our goddamn women, man. They willing to do everything but serve the Lord. You know what I'm saying? And they want to come back to him at the last resort when nothing else works. You know what I'm saying? But it says here, for the Lord is great and greatly to be praised. He is to be feared above all gods. All gods. Okay? All gods. And you notice it's lowercase g because the gods of the nations, they're nothing. Everything that you people revere to yourselves, like their esteem, like there's some type of. Jake always had a big thing with worshiping idols, man, and this is the reason why we in this predicament in the first place. You know, it says, for all the gods of the nations are idols, but Yahweh made the heavens, which is your universe. So who are you getting your blessings from? Oh, the universe? I think not. It says, honor and majesty are before him, and strength and beauty are his sanctuary. And I'm going to end it there, giving all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Shai. And with that, shalom and above all. Shalom.